Get me that 6. We need more power.
We're going to take a little closer look at D&D Attack Wing, the starter set. And here is the first adventure, all set up, ready to go. You can't see, you can see the blue dragon's face right there in the corner, and here is the copper dragon. This first adventure has 2 dragons, and let's see, here's a little description of it. The red dragon Balagos is known to work for hire, so the blue dragon Eshedra has made arrangements through several minions to lure him out of his volcanic lair with a job offer that will not, alas, pan out. The wily blue dragon intends to take the occasion of the red dragon's absence to rummage quickly through his hoard, since his lair happens to be on the blue dragon's way back from the defense of her sometimes mate. Unbeknownst to the blue dragon, the copper dragon Galaderos has kept a watchful eye on his red neighbor's comings and goings, and great minds think alike. Each has carefully snuck in, and now that the blue dragon has walked in on Galaderos as he shops, her plan has changed. She will tell the red dragon that she spotted the copper dragon while traveling, followed him in and killed him, and then claim a reward. For his part, Galaderos can't afford to let Eshedra follow him home, even if he can't get past her and out of the cavern. Still, it would be a shame to have come all this way and not pick up a nice thing or two for his trouble. So, these objectives down here represent things that are in the red dragon's hoard that they can pick up. When either dragon is within range 1 of an objective token, he or she may perform the following action. And that is basically to pick up, to flip it over, and 2 of them are treasures. 2 of them are special cards, upgrades, that you can get by picking up the right number. And 1 of them is a fire trap. Oops. So they can pick these up. They can carry up to 2 of them. Now, the objective for the blue dragon is to defeat Galaderos, the copper dragon, or if she has at least 3 health remaining when the copper dragon escapes the lair's treasure room. If at any time Eshedra, the blue dragon, exits through her own starting area, she immediately fails the adventure. Now, the copper dragon wins if he escapes the play area while Eshedra has 1 or 2 health. If he utterly defeats the blue dragon, he is also victorious. If he leaves the play area when Eshedra has 3 health or more, he is defeated. So, that's the basic setup. There's 2 dragons. Fight! Actually, let me give you a little more info. Here is the blue dragon's, Eshedра's card. You can see she's going to roll 4 attack dice, 1 defense die, has 5 health, and 2 armor. So let's just get those armor tokens out right here. And also, the copper dragon gets 2 armor tokens because, well, as you can see, the copper dragon has a 3 attack, 2 defense, 4 health, and 1 armor, but part of her upgrade is to pick the hide-carved scales upgrade. So this gives her 1 extra armor. Each dragon gets 50 points to spend in this adventure. So now the copper dragon costs 37. She has decided to also add, of course, the hide-carved scales, which adds 3. The slow breath, which is 3 more. False life, which is a spell. Well, let me tell you. Slow breath is each affected creature rolls with -1 defense die against every attack and cannot choose a maneuver with a number greater than 2. So hey, that's slow breath. False life, place up to 2 damage cards that you receive face down beneath this upgrade instead of placing them beside your creature card, even if the cards were the result of critical damage. If this effect ends with at least 1 damage card on it, or as soon as false life receives 2 damage, discard the upgrade and the damage cards. So it gives you like 2 extra life. And magic missile. Disable this upgrade and spend your target token to inflict 1 normal damage against one creature at range 1 to 3 in any direction. They do not get this. Does not roll defense dice, and this attack penetrates armor. And finally, their specialty, Acid Breath. Now this, you see, has an asterisk. That just means it costs the same as their primary weapon does. So it cost him 3. Other dragons, beside the Copper Dragon, it would cost 8. Or not 8. It would cost whatever their primary weapon cost is plus 5. So it gets pretty expensive for non-acid dragons. But the Copper Dragon is an acid dragon. What this does, it allows them to shoot a stream of acid, uses their primary weapon's value to make a separate attack against each creature in a range 4 line, ground or air, in their forward arc. And this attack does penetrate armor. They have to place delay tokens on it, 3 of them, and so they can only use it like every 3 or 4 turns. The Blue Dragon has the following upgrades. Lightning Breath. This works the same as the Acid Breath. It also penetrates armor. Now, since the Blue Dragon was more expensive, he doesn't get as much cards. As you can see, let's see, the Copper Dragon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. The Blue Dragon only gets 4. So he costs 39. His Lightning Breath costs 4, because it costs the same amount as his primary value. He also has the Devotrix of Tiamat card. Roll +1 attack die against every creature you attack in your forward arc. During each of these attacks, you may re-roll all of your blank results 1 time. But, you know, you don't get to use this every turn. It's disable this upgrade and then place 1 delay token on it. So it's pretty much every other turn. And finally, System Shock. Oh, so he only has 3 cards, really. System Shock. During the combat phase, you may target one enemy creature that was just damaged by your Lightning Breath. That creature receives the continuous effect below. This creature cannot perform any actions. That's nice. Place 2 delay things on this upgrade. Now we are ready to begin. Now the game turn starts with the planning phase, where each controller of the figures picks up their dials and chooses what maneuver they're going to be doing this turn. And let's say the Blue Dragon, you know what, he's just going for it. He's going straight forward. He is going to just try to get in there and kick some butt. So he's going to pick that straightforward 3. And the Copper Dragon, who will be going second, because they go in ascending order of level, at least movement and action-wise. So Oshedra is level 9, and Galaderos is level 10. So Oshedra will be moving first and performing the action first. But Galateros is going to be a little more cautious and only move forward 2, because she, you know, he, she, whatever, wants to see what the other dragon's going to do. So, at this point, they both flip over their dials. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! And if you notice, I chose the one that says flight. There's also a ground one if they decide to land, but in a battle of 2 dragons, who's really going to want to land? They're going to be mostly doing aerial combat in the starter set. So we go back to the Blue Dragon. Where was it? Corresponding template. And he moves forward. And as the Blue Dragon's action, now remember, these are all on the ground, and the dragons are in the air, and they're just snatching these. That's why it's okay for him to be on top of it. He's going to try to snatch this objective. Number 3. What is number 3? 3 and 4 represent treasure chests that have no immediate effect on gameplay. So we take this objective and put it on his card. Right there. He now is carrying a treasure chest in one of his claws. That was his action for the turn. Now Goldie. Not Goldie. Coppery. Galaderos gets his action. He chose to go straight. Now, if you notice these maneuvers, they're green, they're white, and they're red. Green means no problem. White means, oh, that's a little tough. And red means, ouch. If you do red, you get this special token that says you did a red maneuver, and you can't do another red maneuver until you do a green maneuver to clear off that red maneuver token. But this time he's doing green number 2, moving straight forward. So we'll put this down like that, moving forward, and there he goes. He's moved. His action is going to check this objective. Number 4. Represent treasure chests that have no immediate effect on gameplay. Okay. Oh, excitement. Non-paralleled there. I don't think that they are within range, but let's see what attacks they have. Because now we're moving on to the combat phase. Each creature may perform one attack in descending order of level. So that means Copper Dragon gets to go first. Is he going to try to shoot his acid breath at this extreme range of... It's got a range of 4, so he could try it, but here's the template. You're not allowed to measure, but you can kind of eyeball it, and I don't know. It might make it. He is... But he won't get to use it again for 3 turns. He's going to go for it. He's going to use his acid breath. His breath weapon. Because he can. Use your primary weapon value to make a separate attack against each creature in a range 4 line, ground or air, in your forward arc. This attack penetrates armor. Afterwards, place 3 weight tokens on this sucker. So I'll put 3 tokens on. Next, I will measure to see if I'm within range. And yes, I am within range. Just barely. So, he takes 4 attack dice, because that is his primary weapon's value. And he is going to attack. So he gets 2 hits and a critical hit. So we have 2 hits and a critical hit. And now the blue dragon gets to roll his defense dice. The blue dragon gets 1 defense die, plus 1 because it's at a range of 4. And she gets plus 1 defense die and plus 1 attack die whenever she is in combat at a range 3 or 4. So that's 3. 3 green dice. Oh! Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh. Okay, so that does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wanted some evasion, didn't get any evasion. However, now we go on to the deflecting the hits with the armor, and the blue dragon will be able to deflect these 2 hits with his 2 armor, which leaves us 1 critical hit that goes through. So we take 1 damage card, flip it over and see what it says. Double damage. Suffer 1 additional normal damage and then flip this card face down. Oh, so the blue dragon takes 2 points of damage, leaving him at 3. If I remember the rules, Copper Dragon only has to get 1 more point of damage onto the blue dragon, and then he can take off. Which is kind of nice. He's already almost there. See how fast that goes? Now, in retaliation, we've got the blue dragon. Will the blue dragon do the same kind of attack? Yes, by gum, he's going for the lightning breath attack. So, let's set up this lightning breath attack. As we already know, we're within range 4. Sure, he's going to get plus 1 defense die, but ha! What'll that do? Ashadra gets 4 attack dice and plus 1 attack die because Ashadra is within range 3 or 4 combat. And so, let us roll these dice of attacking. Okay, we get 1 hit and 1 critical hit. The eyeballs don't do anything because they didn't have the action that helped that. So now, the Copper Dragon gets to roll his defense, or her defense, whatever. 2 dice. So here we go. And manages to evade one of them. So evades that one, but will also take 1 critical hit. So we'll draw it. That's normal damage. We flip it up and read it for advanced damage. Place 2 delay icons on this damage card. When the last token is removed, flip this card face down. Continuous effect, you cannot attack. Oh, that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. No attacks for 2 turns. Cheapers. Okay, the blue dragon can't use his weapon for another 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. But, what is this? During the combat phase, you may target 1 enemy creature that was just damaged by your lightning breath. That creature receives the continuous effect below. Place 2 things on this upgrade. The affected creature cannot perform any actions. So, he was just damaged. We're going to put 2 tokens here, so he can't perform any actions for the next 2 turns. Which, not a good deal. He's got 1 point of damage on him, leaving him at 3. He can't attack or perform actions for 2 turns. What is going to happen? It's just craziness out here in the combat zone. It's not like Quidditch at all. And that's it. Remove defeated creatures from the play area. Remove all unused action tokens. Remove all pivot tokens. Remove 1 delay token from each card. Okay, so it's kind of weird that you take it out at the end phase of the turn, but that's what you do. So all those drop by 1. Return expired effect tokens to their upgrade cards and pass the initiative token. Well, there's no initiative token because there are 2 different levels. So we move on to the next turn. The planning phase. Well, what is the Copper Dragon going to do? He will be moving second. So he's got to do something crazy to get him away from this blue dragon. He's going to do this. Oh, how sneaky that is. No, he's going to do this. He's going to make a turn to the right to try to escape. What is Blue Dragon going to do, though? Well, he has no idea what the Copper Dragon is going to do. So he's just going to cruise ahead 1 to try to keep him in his sights because he has no idea what he's going to do. So, Blue Dragon gets to go first. They reveal their things. Oh, look! Blue Dragon's moving ahead 1. Where is the 1 template? There he goes. He has moved ahead 1. Now, what will he do for his action? If we look at his card, he has 3 choices of actions he can do. He can do the dodge, the target action, or the concentrate action. The dodge would allow him to either spend it to add 1 evade to your defense roll. Let's see, the target would allow him to re-roll as many attack dice as he wishes during the combat phase, or the concentrate would allow him to change eyeball tokens to hit tokens when attacking, or eyeball results to evade results when defending. That sounds like a great idea. So he's going to use that as his action. Now it's Copper Dragon's turn. He decided to do that left turn, number 3, to try to get out of the sights of this evil blue dragon who's not being very nice. So let's see if it works. Dun 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 dun. He can't perform any actions, so that's all he can do. Now it is attack phase. A copper dragon can't attack, but the blue dragon can. And he is going to... it looks like he can do it. And he might be within the range of 1. So he is going to go ahead and use his Bitey Bite, which goes up to a range of 2, in order to attack the copper dragon. Let's just check and make sure. Whoops. Alright, he's definitely can attack him. And it's definitely within range 1. So he's cool. So he's going to be able to attack. That's 4 attack dice with a bite of the blue dragon. Let's see what happens. Okay, that. And, ooh, since he did the concentrate, he gets to change both of those to hits as well. So now that's 3 hits on the copper dragon. The copper dragon gets to roll defense. Let's see, he's going to get 2 defense dice. And he manages to evade 1 of the attacks. The other 2, well, they just bounce off his wonderful armor. And so, no damage. Curse you, copper dragon! Neither one of them bothered to check any of the objectives. Of course, he couldn't do any actions. So, we're at the end of the turn. A token comes off each of these. Which actually means that it really only affected him for 1 turn. So he can attack now. He does have 1 damage. And also this system shock goes off, so he can also perform actions. So we go to turn number 3. It's very interesting what's going on here. What is the blue dragon going to do? Well, he is just going to be sneaky and slightly move ahead and turn to his left to try to stay behind the copper dragon. Now the copper dragon, what is he going to do? He is ready for some action. So he is going to do a quick turnaround completely and kick some butt. That is his plan. So, blue dragon goes first. We grab the soft one. Okay, now unfortunately he is going right into the copper dragon. So he has to back up along this line until he's not going into the copper dragon. And that leaves him right there. Because their bases, they're not supposed to overlap. You see? Now the copper dragon... Oh, the blue dragon does get to do his action. I'm going to do the Devotrix of Tiamat action. So, that's going to get disabled. Disable this upgrade and then place 1 delay token on it. Roll +1 attack die against every creature you attack in your forward arc. During each of these attacks, you may re-roll all of your blank results 1 time. So that's his action. Now it is Galadero's turn. He is doing the roundabout number 4. And so, put this here. And whoa, he's way out there now. Oh no! He is way out there now. That is the end of the movement. He gets an action. What is he going to do? Doesn't seem like... Now, his actions that he can perform are the evade, feint, which allows you to take 1 template and either slide left or slide right with that. Target, or concentrate? He is going to cast this, as his action, cast this false life spell, which we put 2 tokens on it, delay tokens, and allows him to place damage cards, up to 2 damage cards underneath it. So now he's got no damage. He's back up to 4. So that was a good move on his part. And now it's attack time, and to tell you the truth, I do not think that he is in range. He can't bite him. His acid breath, which is the only one that is range 4, is still on delay. The magic missile is a range 3, but I don't think he's in that. So he's not going to attack. The blue dragon is in the same situation. So he's not going to attack either. Kind of a waste of his action, but you know, what are you going to do? So that's it. End of the turn. We take tokens off of everything. New turn. Blue's time for a maneuver. Let's untap this stuff because they now can do their horrible breath again. Well, blue is just... he is ready to stomp. So, there he goes. Should he do a stronger turn? Maybe he will. Yes, he's going to do this turn. To the left, right into his face. He's going head on! Copper Dragon, what's he going to do? He's going to try to be sneaky. He knows he only needs to go ahead a little bit and do 1 attack. Ooh, he can't just go 1 forward, so he has to go at least 2. That might be painful. Well, that's what he's going to do. Blue gets to move first. So, let's find that template. 2. And so, oh no, they're moving off the edge of the world. He goes right there. And he gets an action. For his action, we're going to disable this and place 1 of these on it to do the same thing. Roll plus 1 attack die. It's kind of weird that he gets to do that every turn. Oh well. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm sure people will let me know. Now it is Copper Dragon's turn. He's got the 2 going straight ahead. And so he is going like this. Shoot. Fortunately, I do not think that they are in each other's. Wow, that is really close. The blue dragon can't attack. But it looks like the copper dragon can. It overlaps a little the corner of the base. It definitely overlaps a little corner. So the copper dragon is going to get to attack. And what is he going to use? Except his acid breath. Yeah. Straight line. Well, that's a straight line. Whoop. So he gets 3 attack dice. See if anything modifies that. Doesn't look like it. So here goes his 3 attack dice. So he rolled 2 hits and 1 eyeball. Now armor gets ignored. Blue dragon only gets 1 defense die. He's going to roll it. Oh, and he evades 1 hit. So 1 hit is going to go through because the armor doesn't help against the acid breath. Blue dragon takes another point of damage. That brings him down to 3. or brings him down to 2. So now Copper Dragon can legally escape and actually win the scenario. What is Blue Dragon going to do? He can't attack this turn, so that's the end of the attack. Wait, let's see something here. We move on to the next turn. What's Blue Dragon going to do? Well, he's obviously got to do something. Oh, I forgot, since okay, one thing I forgot was that since he did a complete turnaround, Copper Dragon is exhausted, which means he did not get to perform any actions during his turn, so his false life, he still has 1 point of damage, and his false life is not being used right now. Man, it's easy to just forget stuff. I'm sure somebody would have mentioned it. So now, we go on to the next turn. Let us see what Blue is going to do. Is he going to try to completely turn around? No, I don't think so. I'm going to try something sneaky. We're just going to do a slight turn to the left to try to get him in our rear cone. See if that works. But does the Copper Dragon know that's happening? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. What's the Copper Dragon going to do? Well, he's got to do a green maneuver, so he can get rid of that exhaustion token, or he can't perform any actions. So, he only has a choice of straight to, or turn left, or turn right. Well, he's going to go straight to, because he just wants to get out of there. As a matter of fact, he can't do red actions. What am I doing? He's going to just go 4 straight and not do any actions. That is his plan. He is just going to try to get away now. And let's move, everybody. So, let's start with the Blue Dragon. He has a 1 curviness this way. Whoa! Well, he is definitely in trouble. Okay, so Blue Dragon hit the wall. And since we're in a layer, these are actual walls. So, the penalty for hitting the wall is that he isn't defeated, but must place himself anywhere within range 1 of where he hit the wall, facing the dead center of the play area. So, very interesting. Nice strategy there, Blue Dragon. Let's see, range 1. Alright, he's just barely within range 1. However, he can't perform any actions this round and rolls -2 defense die against each attack for the rest of the round. But it doesn't say he can't attack. Interesting. So he can't perform any actions, but now it's Gold Dragon's turn, and he decided to book. So, let's find number 4 straight. Where's the straight number 4? There we go. He's going to keep his exhausted token, so he can't perform actions either. And poof. There he goes. He is off that way now. He is definitely within, they're definitely within each other's arcs. However, I don't think any of them have anything they can shoot. Ah! Magic Missile. Disable this upgrade and spend your target token to inflict 1 normal damage against 1 creature at least at range 1 to 3 in any direction. Target does not roll defense dice. This attack penetrates armor. And so, that's what he's going to do. Disable the upgrade, so it's disabled. Can't use it anymore. Ever. This game. And does 1 damage. So, there's another damage to the Blue Dragon. Any direction. Well, let's make sure he's within range 3. Pretty sure. Yes, he's within range 3. So now, Blue Dragon has 4 damage. Copper Dragon is kicking some booty here. Blue Dragon, are you going to attack? With your Breath of Lightning? Yes. And so his attack value is 4. So he gets 4 dice. Shadra rolls +1 attack die and +1 defense die whenever she's in combat range 3 or 4. So she actually gets 5. Ooh, this could hurt. But not really. Okay, so 2 hits. Defense dice. Copper Dragon gets 2. Nothing, however, she does have 2 armor, and they're easily deflected. Put 3 tokens on this lightning breath again. 1, 2, 3. And that is the end of that turn. Blue Dragon needs to catch up with Copper Dragon. So he is going to pull off this 3. It's really the best he can do. Copper Dragon is again going to head for the edge of the board to escape. Actually, he has to escape from his starting area for this, which is over in this corner here. So he is definitely going to need to turn to get out. So he is going to pull a turning. He's not going to pause to get rid of his exhaustion token yet. He may have to. Now that I realize he's got to escape through that area, he can't just fly straight into the wall to escape. So now they can move. Let's find the number 3. Here we go. That's as far as he can go. Now he can perform an action. Got to take tokens off. What can he do? Not much. So he is going to choose the concentrate token again. Where is it? Right here. And now it is Gold Dragon's turn to move. He is doing the left turn. Where is it? That will put him over here. He is within Blue Dragon's front arc, but he himself cannot attack because it is out of his arc, both of them. So Blue Dragon, does he have anything he can attack with? Well, only if he was within range 2. So, that's it for that turn. We move on to yet another turn. I believe that Gold Dragon will be out of here either this turn or next turn. He's doing pretty good. He could just stay and try to kill him. The guy's only got 1 point left. Whoops. Let's take those off. Which means he can use his acid breath again. Does he spin around and attack? Maybe he will. Maybe he will. So, movement. Blue Dragon pulls off the same maneuver. The bank left maneuver. Copper Dragon, what is he going to do? No, he's just booking. He's just taking off. He's had enough of this. So, Blue Dragon goes first. He gets the Kirby 3. Again. He bumps into Copper Dragon. He should have just did the 2. What are you doing, Blue Dragon? He gets to perform an action. He'll just do the same thing. We'll just grab the number 4 for the Copper Dragon. Whoosh. And the Copper Dragon can't stay on the board, so he escapes. Otherwise he falls on the floor off the edge of the table. So, Copper Dragon escapes. What happens if that happens? There's after the battle. Galadros wins if he escapes the play area with a Shadra while a Shadra has 1 or 2 health. Read after the battle 4. After the battle 3. After the battle 4. Galadros flew out of the treasure chamber, tripping the boulder trap as he went. The giant stone fell, but too slow to hit him, and now it would slow his opponent. Satisfied and confident, he flew out into the night. Ashadra was so grateful to be alive that she neglected to look around for anything she could take with her. Best to cut her losses and be long gone when the red monster returns. Galadros earns 1 experience point, and, if he acquired one of the 2 artifacts, he may keep it, one of his choice to use in future adventures. Well, all he really acquired was a treasure chest, but I guess that means nothing, because he didn't get one of the upgrades, which were pretty cool, actually, but they were too scared to be blown up by the fire trap to grab them. So there you go. That's a whole game. Yes, I made mistakes along the way. It happens. And that is a really close look at the starter set for D&D Attack Wing.